All right. Looks like we are live. Let me just double check that on my phone. And let me pull this up as well. Let's see. Ooh, this is kind of going to be it's going to be kind of a tough setup today. Because I need these rankings bad. Anyway, like I was saying, I definitely need these rankings bad. So I have my computer pulled up. Because this is Superflex. We are going to be doing a puppy but Superflex Noti gang. Welcome in, Dylan. Appreciate the support. But yeah, we're gonna be doing a Superflex draft today, and I'll be honest. I know a lot of people don't like Superflex drafts, but these are some of my favorite things to do, just because I feel like stacking and that stuff is extremely hard. I've only really been using like this underdog, like specific big money strategies, like really this year, because a lot of the drafts I did last year were still like I'm gonna do way more drafts this year than I did last year, and they were like I know this is lower stakes, but still like I did not do that many drafts. But I like Superflex because it's you don't really have to worry about stacking as much, and I think it's just a lot more fun from a roster construction standpoint. So these are the three teams I drafted. Also, my main focus and like the thing I think I'm best at is definitely Dynasty, and that's also played all in Superflex. I don't play in any one quarterback league, so that's definitely helpful. I think I'm pretty good at doing roster constructions for that. So I have three teams right now. I have a 4-6-8-2, and this one here was my first one. I went Josh Allen at pick 2, even though he's my quarterback 1, so that was pretty great to get him. Then we went Josh and Kirk Cousins. That's it. And then basically we went with Penix and Trubisky. So we literally just grabbed both their backups and said, if the Bills or Falcons suck and these guys get injured, we're basically screwed. But, they're like last round picks. So I really like that Penix pick in specific because we're not 100% sure if Kirk is also going to start the season. So I think that actually might have some value on a standalone basis. But really, it's just two quarterbacks, two teams in their handcuffs. Then we went Gibbs, who I'm getting a lot, ETN, Benson, Chase Brown, Tyrone Tracy, and Audric Estime. So 6 running backs. I normally do like a 5 RB build, but I liked getting Estime around that range. And then I went AJ Brown, Keenan Allen, Odunze, Keon Coleman, Wicks, Mooney, Burton, OBJ. So I like these players overall. And for stacking purposes, we do have the Falcons and Bills. I got a low correlation with the Bears. I got Keon Coleman. Hopefully, he will be the number 1 wide receiver for Josh Allen. Then we got Mooney. It's a little bit of something. I think he could honestly be a decent buy or decent draft this year in fantasy. Hopefully, the Falcons, Kirk, or Penix, wide receiver 2. And then we went Kirk as well to stack with the Falcons. So, two receivers on the Falcons. The Bills number 1 wide receiver. So I like that team a decent amount. Then we got Kyler, Dak, and Taysom Hill. Taysom Hill is a guy I actually kind of don't mind drafting because he's gonna score you, 9 points most weeks, but he does have spike potential. And if your quarterback does get injured, you're kind of chalked. So I'm kind of debating like if your quarterback 2 gets injured, like one of these guys get injured, you're kind of chalked anyway because we're just shooting for pure upside. But Taysom Hill does have spike week potential, so he's kind of a little bit of a safety net at 180 wherever I got him, and he does have spike week if he can be used on the goal line as a pass catcher. Maybe he'll score a few touchdowns. So yeah, here we went Kyler, 5 RB build, 10 wide receivers and 2 tight ends because we went Trey McBride to pair with Kyler. Not really crazy correlation. Again, we got Michael Wilson, so a little bit of a Cardinals offense. Couldn't really do too much with the Cowboys, though. And then our last two went Josh Allen, Bryce Young. I'm starting to draft a lot more Bryce Young. I think he's a decent value. Aiden O'Connell isn't a guy I love, but hey, there's a chance that he could win out that starting job. So I guess I didn't really like the board there, so I just threw a shot at my QB3. Then we got 5 RBs again with Gibbs, Estime again. I like this team a lot, actually. The stacks were the Bills and the Panthers. I really wanted to get Xavier Legette. Unfortunately, I didn't really like how the draft board fell. I like how the players I got fell, but I don't like the overall, stacks. Now let's see. Now we're gonna hop in a draft. So the link's there. Anyone that wants to join can. And let's check out our first chat. We got Dylan saying, I have a feeling Olave won't be on any of my teams this year despite the talent. Just hit the situation. I agree. I was a big Olave fan last year, and I like Olave, but I don't really see how he finishes as a wide receiver one with how bad Derek Carr is. I'm a big Derek Carr hater, and the talent's there. It's just not a good situation. I don't really see his path for upside, so we're kind of drafting him like, what's his ADP on Underdog? We can look. He's being drafted as the wide receiver 12. It seems like it almost went up. But yeah, he's definitely not in my wide receiver. I have Adams over him in my rankings. Overall, let's see. I can pull up my rankings as well. Where do I have Olave? Okay, so let me see. Because I definitely have Adams over him. Okay, I definitely need to update that then because I had Adams over him. But yeah, I guess he is around that range for me. But even so, it's kind of tough because he's probably going to finish in that wide receiver. I think he's going to be in that wide receiver 15 range. Also, holy rookie wide receivers, yeah. That's something I've also really struggled with this year is I'm going for this wide receiver class is just so damn good that I love taking shots on them at upside. But I also don't want to. I also want to make sure it's not just like pure rookie fever. You know what I mean? But I feel like I've kind of understood that it's for the upside. The class is better than normal. I'm not just grabbing them because it's the offseason. Like I genuinely believe in a lot of these guys, and it's about their price. It's not about the players. Like I don't really love Keon Coleman or Xavier Legette or any of those guys, but like they're going so cheap. I would much rather take a shot on like one of those guys that hasn't failed in the NFL yet and has a chance to do something versus like Rashid Shaheed. Like Rashid Shaheed, like sure he can be good for a few weeks, but in reality we know who he is. Same thing with Josh Palmer. Like we know who the man is. Brandon Cooks, we know what he is. Brandon Cooks, we're not expecting. He's not going to win you your league. And once we get down to rounds like even 7 and 8, and then especially past 10, I just want to go for a pure league winning upside. Anthony Richardson is going to win or lose people in Superflex leagues, and there might not be an in between. That is absolutely true. But what I want to do instead of taking Richardson is I like Richardson. I think he's a fair pick at cost. I will take him. Okay, we get another top 2 pick. So that's actually really huge. Instead of taking Richardson, I've been taking Jaden Daniels over and over again. I've been drafting him since he was quarterback 18. He's risen all the way to quarterback 11. So, and the case is for me, it's okay. The two obviously are pretty similar in the fact that they're both rushing quarterbacks. Now, the thing is, Anthony Richardson, a lot of people are going to say he's a better passer than Jaden Daniels, but I feel like that's just straight up not true. Jaden Daniels, I think right now is a better passer than Anthony Richardson. I don't know why that's a hot take. Richardson is extremely raw. Yes, he has a year of working with the Colts in an NFL building, but at the same time, it's not like he got really any important game time. He played in 4 games, was in and out, and he wasn't great as a passer. He wasn't bad, so I'm not writing him off. But Jaden Daniels, I'm really liking how these guys get to develop in college, and I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. Okay, so back to the draft. We are going to get Jalen Hurts, which I also really like because even though Allen, you don't want to hate on Allen because he's my QB1, but I do have a lot of him, and this also sets me up. I was trying to do this yesterday for hopefully I can get A.J. Brown on the way back around because he definitely was there. Or I did take him on the last team. So, dude, what I missed in the past 8 minutes? Brandon Cooks' career year inbound. Yeah, Brandon Cooks, no, bro. He's cooked. We're talking about Jalen Tolbert and Deuce Vaughn trying to get some targets. The Cowboys might be over. We were just going over some of my past teams, and I was kind of just explaining why I love Superflex Draft so much. And also, I was in the middle of my Jaden Daniels tangent. So, anyway, Jaden Daniels had more rushing yards than Richardson in college. Yet people are kind of like, oh, yeah, Richardson is for sure the better runner than Daniels. And obviously, I think Richardson has more touchdown upside, and he's, a bigger body. So, you might argue that he will translate better because we kind of already saw that in the NFL. People are worried about Jaden Daniels taking a ton of hits. But in a 1-year sample size, I think Daniels, it's not like he's going to get beat up so bad that he's not going to be able to produce in year one. Maybe that's going to change next year, but we're playing in a 1 year window. So I think Daniels might be a better runner right now. I think he might be a better passer right now from a talent perspective. Obviously, the big difference is the Colts are a much better situation. They got Pittman, they got A.D. Mitchell, they got Josh Downs, they got Shane Steichen, the quarterback guru. So that's just a whole bunch of things going his way, and it makes sense to why he's going at the quarterback 5. Where did he go in this draft? He went 6 overall in Superflex leagues. But I think Jaden Daniels should be ranked much higher than that. I have him as my QB 11, but I'm not drafting him. I have him as my quarterback 11. I don't have a problem with that, but I have him pushed up all the way. I have him, Jaden Daniels is around in normal leagues. I can go here. Here he's 16. Obviously, people are pushing these guys up like crazy in Superflex, but I'm more so talking 1 QB where I have Jaden Daniels. He's what? I'll pull up the exact numbers for you. Jaden Daniels is in my 1 quarterback rankings. He is, I believe, he's just below the cutoff. So, yeah, I have Jaden Daniels at 90, 91. I'll take him even higher than that. And in 1 quarterback leagues, he's going often at 110. So 20 picks above ADP. I know now he's creeping up, so it's been hard to get him, but I think he's a phenomenal value. Anyway, welcome in, Jamie. And they got Evan Hall, a great pass-catching RB. Yeah, the Colts are stacked. I think the Colts' offense is going to be a lot better than last year, and I think they should do a lot of great things. Now, we're just really hoping we get A.J. Brown on the way back around. That would be fantastic. Caleb would also be really nice. I guess I would have to settle for that. Oh, shoot. I don't know why I pulled that back. But, yeah, Caleb would be super nice as well. I don't know if I'm going to get both of them. Okay, so A.J. Brown goes off the board. That really sucks. So we're not going to be able to stack him with Hurts. Anyway, we can get a Devonta Smith stack. He's at 51. Yeah, so hopefully I can get at least Smith. It would be nice to stack both of them, but maybe we can get Caleb here. He's not going to fall. Yeah. People take quarterbacks way, way too early. So so now we're left with this decision again. Puka and Garrett Wilson. Yeah, that's really unfortunate, but we are going to definitely go Puka here. And I do have Gibbs. As my highest ranked player, but I might just go Jonathan Taylor just to spice it up because I have so much Gibbs, and I honestly am considering ranking JT above Puka or JT above Gibbs just because of the workload he's about to get. So honestly, I'm probably gonna do that. Or what about Garrett Wilson too? I could just go double receiver. I feel like there's a big drop off though. Ooh, but yeah, because there's no way I'm getting Saquon on the way back around. I'm not where do I have Saquon ranked? 29. Would it be worth it to reach for him here? Honestly, for the stack, I might reach Saquon. I don't know. That's actually really tough. Because I'm missing out on A.J. Brown. I kind of feel like I have to go reach Saquon. I'm honestly going to go reach on Saquon, and this is probably a dumb pick, but I think this is probably going to be a little unique as well because I'm going out of my way to reach for him. He's really only 2 spots behind JT and ADP. Yeah, that's really tough. I really want to get JT, but I feel like this is a smart move. Right now, yeah. I'm going to go Saquon. We got Dylan in here as well. Eagles fan. We got to do it. But we do have Tua and Trevor on the board. So that's also tough. But yeah, I don't have these. These guys are even lower. I'm not going to reach on the quarterback just because it's super flex. That's how people get screwed over. Here, taking Brock Purdy 14th overall, I don't care if it's a super flex format, over Tyreek Hill and Justin Jefferson is absolutely insane. It makes no sense. Anyway. Yeah, I heard a lot of good things about Trey Sermon as well. Honestly, I heard that Hall is gonna be the pass catching back and Sermon is gonna be the backup runner. I'm not sure how true that is, but I don't know. I might be a little biased because I really liked Trey Sermon coming out of college, and I thought he was gonna be great. But he never did anything, so that's kind of tough. Tough to see. I don't mind the start, actually. So we got Hurts, Saquon, Puka. We also could probably get a cheap Dallas Goedert later on. Damn, that really sucks. A.J. Brown didn't fall, especially because he fell in the last draft I did. So that really pisses me off. And of course, now that I get Hurts, he doesn't fall. But in the last draft where I get the pick 2, the dude takes Hurts and I get Allen, and then A.J. Brown's on the board. But, whatever. We're gonna be positive about this. Hopefully we can get Devonta Smith on the way back around. That would be really nice. I believe we can give it 47. I will definitely. Why did it just pop up like that? I definitely will reach on that just to make sure we don't get sniped. And I see, yeah, it's tough. AJ Brown, since he technically, yeah, because AJ Brown went at his ADP, or actually one pick ahead of it. His ADP is 21. Technically, it'd have to he'd have to fall to get to me, but still. I've seen him fall a lot in these drafts. How many quarterbacks do you target in the draft? 3 or 4? I'll pull up my drafts because I was showing them before. We're in 11 picks. I'm trying to do normally 3, here. Okay, so this is the first one I did. It's a 4 QB build, but here this is the first this is my first kind of strategy. I just went Allen Cousins, and then I just drafted their backup. So if either of them go down, this is kind of one of my safer teams. But I think Penix, if Kirk does miss the start of the year, could have standalone value. So here we just went all in on the Bills. We got 2 quarterbacks, 2 teams. We went all in on the quarterback room because we think that they could produce at a decent level, mainly so Penix. Trubisky was just my last round pick. And then here I went 3. Here I also went 3 with Taysom Hill, spike potential, a little bit of safety. And here I just get AOC in the middle rounds if he does, get some playing time this year. But normally what I like to do is, go quarterback heavy. I'm drafting a quarterback first round no matter what. Then I'll kind of wait. I would have liked Caleb Williams, but I'm not going to reach on a guy, at the turn in the middle round. But normally 3 because we're drafting for upside. What I kind of noticed last year was on the teams where one of my quarterbacks got hurt, it tanked my whole team anyway. So there's almost no point trying to make up for that lost time. Ooh. Do I want to risk it here? I really don't know if I can pass up Waddle. Yeah. Oh, but I do have neighbor. Okay, I guess maybe I can. I have Evans, DJ Moore. I have Evans and DJ Moore ranked over him, so actually I definitely can pass him up. We'll see if he falls. But yeah, we're gonna grab Devonta Smith there, get that 3 ego stack. But yeah, like I was saying, that's kind of what I noticed last year. Waddle was such a value this year. I mean, the man got extended with crazy money, so he's going to have a role. Last year he was just in and out with the injury bug, but we've seen him be able to produce next to Tyreek. I'm a Tua guy, so I know Dylan really doesn't like Tua, but I think he could have a big bounce back year, at least from a passing perspective. People don't understand when the man is healthy, he legitimately leads the league in passing yards for weeks at a time. Now we're gonna try and get Mike Evans or Diggs. I have Neighbors as my highest, but does that make sense? Honestly, maybe it does, because then that opens up a Daniel Jones stack. Which, honestly, I don't hate Daniel Jones right now, as bad as that sounds. Where's Baker Mayfield? Please don't tell me he's already Oh, my God. Someone took Baker Mayfield already? That is ridiculous. Shoot, I really hope I can get this off. I want to see how much – definitely going wide receiver here. I want to see how much Neighbors I have. I have him in 1 league. Okay, I don't have any Neighbors, so I'm going definitely Neighbors here. Yeah. I swear I drafted him in another league, though. But with Baker off the board, that closes that Buck stack potential. And Daniel Jones, honestly, might be my quarterback too. So, yeah, that's probably the move here. Tua is good for fantasy, but not a real life quarterback if you want to win a Super Bowl. Now, see, that's honestly something like I can almost get behind. I think he has that because it's just so tough. Like you're kind of drafting a quarterback to they need to have that elite ceilings. They need to have that elite like Patrick Mahomes. Like we kind of seen that Brock Purdy can't really win the big game. And I know, things definitely could have shaken out a lot differently. And I think it'd be kind of dumb to just write him off right away, but yeah, I fairly agree with that. I'm higher on him as a talent, and I think there's a chance. But yeah, like you said, I definitely don't think it's like very plausible that he's going to be a great quarterback. It's just so hard to find someone this day of age. So I don't know if it makes sense for the Dolphins not to extend them as well. Surprised when I was talking about his brother. He's not as good, but still haven't heard anything about him. I'm not even sure what team he's on. Yeah, what happened? I thought he was like. I guess he was. He stayed like 6 years at college, so I guess he was like pretty bad. But yeah, where is he at? Did he get drafted? I know he definitely didn't get drafted. I don't know if he got signed as a UDFA. Seems like he is. Yeah, I remember he went to Maryland. It seems like he's going to Seahawks rookie camp. So that's interesting. Oh. So it doesn't make the roster. Is that the last news we have? Yeah, that's pretty unfortunate. I was kind of surprised as well. I thought people might be hyping him up as like a late round pick, but it seems like he's just not good, which is sad, but unfortunate. Now let's see. I want to see my plan for the way back around. I might reach on Daniel Jones because if I don't, then I doubt he's not falling past ADP in a Superflex format to 95. There are still a lot of one QB teams that will just these guys will scoop them up in a heartbeat just to get their quarterback too. That would be a bad move by me. I'll take now. The question here is, do I take an unstacked Will Levis or do I take a stacked with neighbors Daniel Jones? Now Jones is definitely so I have him at 84. Let's see what kind of option we have for the Titans receiver room. Let's see, where's Hopkins? Hopkins at 101. What about Ridley? Ridley at 86. Okay. So I think I would take an unstacked Will Levis because then I can at least get one, he's actually a value, which doesn't happen often in Superflex League. So I think that gives me a nice sense of security. If you go Dan Jones, make sure you grab Drew Lock too. Yeah, that is definitely something I'll be doing because I think there's a great shot that he could win that starting job. I'm probably not going to go, and I actually don't mind handcuffing guys I think could have upside from a fantasy lens. He went right before me. I was kind of excited about getting Levis, but yeah, it looks like we are going to do Daniel Jones. First, though, I kind of want to grab Kincaid maybe. Honestly, though, I've been getting a lot of Rashad White. What about Kincaid, though? I have Kincaid a lot higher. I think Kincaid is a straight talent. I'm just going to take him. I think he's definitely better than a lot of these guys. Yeah, if I have him higher than White, then I definitely have him higher than anyone else on the board. Not stacked, but I like having that flexibility to also not be pigeonholed into drafting a lot of tight ends and use that at maybe a quarterback 4, even potentially, even though I don't do it often, or just load up on later running backs. Since I only have one, I'm doing a hero RB build. But yeah, we're gonna grab Daniel Jones here, barring nothing terrible happens, and that's our quarterback room. We're gonna go Jalen Hurts, Daniel Jones, and I'm fine with that. I think Daniel Jones, if he's starting, he will be a top 24 quarterback. I don't really understand why he's being drafted outside the top 24. You got guys like Derek Carr going ahead of him. Derek Carr in no realm is ever going to have a good fantasy football season. Daniel Jones, I don't really know what to think of him. I hear a lot of people saying that he's actually a good quarterback. He just had no weapons. This is a down year for him. They did pay him. And I don't know. I don't think he deserved that money, but I also don't think that it is true. That situation was so bad that it was really hard for him to do anything. I'm not saying he's going to be a franchise guy. I'm not saying like he's going to be a stud, but man, the man can rush the football. So that alone gives him fantasy football upside. Yeah, I'm definitely going to grab Drew Lock as well. Let me make sure. Where is he going? Like 230? Okay. So, yeah, I can definitely grab some Drew Lock, and I like that because I think if Jones does get hurt, he actually has legitimate fantasy football upside, like as opposed to Hurts is back. I don't even know who the Eagles' backup is. Like, who? It is Kenny Pickett. Yeah, Kenny Pickett just sucks either way. So, if Hurts goes down, like, I'm cooked. Like, it's just over. We can throw the team in the garbage. But Drew Lock is low-key, he's a dog. So, yeah, Kenny, yeah. I'm sorry, Dylan. I hope you don't like Kenny Pickett, but because that dude sucks. I've always been a Kenny Pickett hater. Like, the dude is not good. Hyatt's going super late as a stack. Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't even think about the stack, but Hyatt just straight up. Honestly, like, kind of don't mind him. Where did he get? Was he a second-round pick last year? Or was he a third-round pick? But I think he honestly has, like, the raw ability to develop as an overall talent. But even in best ball leagues, like, they don't have anyone else. He's a deep threat. You could get some spike weeks, which is, obviously important in these high-stakes tournaments. And, yeah, like you said, we have him stacking with Daniel Jones. So, yeah, he was a third-round pick, so he was a day 2 pick. But still, he was honestly a pretty decent prospect coming out of Tennessee. Definitely wasn't the most refined, but yeah, Kenny Pickett, honestly, like, okay, yeah, he's honestly probably fine. I'm just going to give him some crap because of how bad he was with the Steelers. But, yeah, that's true. Compared to most backups, I guess he's not a bad backup compared to most backups. Just if you put him as a starter for an extended period of time, you would be screwed. Like, he can't stack up. He sucks compared to anyone else that's a starter. Even the back-end starters, he's absolutely garbage. Now we're up in 4 picks. What is the move here? Definitely not taking – I can wait on Dallas Goedert, right? Yeah, 119. Yeah, that should be fine. Jaden Reed, I'll take straight up. Third-round pick right before his former teammate Tillman. I thought that dude was going to be good. Let me do a deep dive into him in a second, actually, because that's interesting. So Kamara, okay, let me pull up my rankings over here because now we're getting past that point. Let me make sure I'm going back to Superflex. But Kamara, it's kind of, I believe he's like kind of near end of a tier for me. Okay, we actually get Jaden Reed, but that's actually going to be really nice. So I'm going to grab him, and then let me look while I'm stalling. Probably Odunze. I still have him like 15 spots higher than Kamara. And, okay, Keon Coleman, Ladd. Yeah, no stack potentials. Oh, D-Hop, though. Wait. Oh, but I didn't get Levis. So, yeah, never mind. That would even make sense to reach for him. Wait, is Ridley off the board? I think he is. Yeah. I'm definitely going to go Rome. How much Rome do I have, though? I mean, it's either between him, Rome or Ladd. I'm probably going to go Rome. Because there's, like, no way I can do anything else anyway. Let's see. Okay. Actually, low-key, I might go... Nah, I'm going to go Rome. Yeah, I have Rome way higher than Ladd. I don't really think the two are that comparable. I think late season Rome could definitely overtake Keenan Allen. And we're also trusting him to play a full, 17-game season, which, at 31 years old is a little scary, I'll be honest. But it's just too much of a difference. Like, I have Rome at, 74? Like, I have him over Xavier Worthy and all those, back-end quarterbacks like Geno, JJ, Drake May, even Daniel Jones, even Terry McLaurin. And then I have, Ladd and Brian Thomas, Kamara, and that, next kind of tier. So, yeah. So, what happens? Dude, what what's his full name even? I honestly Cedric Tillman, right? Yes. What happened to Cedric Tillman? I know he went to the Browns, and I heard a lot of hype from him during camp, which obviously you should probably tell me all I need to know, but yeah, I thought he was old. He's old. He's 24. Okay, well that might make some sense. Did he do anything? I mean, I just see some Brown stuff saying he's set to break out, but what were his stats? There was literally not any competition. 21 receptions, 224 yards. Damn. I thought he was a decent prospect, so. But yeah, I'm probably completely out of him at this point. So now what do we got? We have 5 receivers, so 1 running back. We definitely did go the hero running back strategy. Ooh, Jonathan Brooks is a guy I need to get some more of. I have him, what do I have him ranked? Yeah, I have him 94. So still that would have been a reach over Odunze, but I wish I was in a position to draft him more because 1 quarterback leagues I'm drafting him a lot. But yeah, honestly, I'm kind of cooked at running back. But here I'm probably going to go double tap. Or no, I'm only going to go on one of these guys. I'm going to go Mostert, Tony Pollard. 1, because I want to get Goddard for that stack, which I think is going to be pretty nice. And 2, because I literally double tapped them on my last team. So I thought Tillman was going to get a shot, but they got Judy and they drafted Thrash this year kind of early. Yeah, I think it's kind of over for him. If he didn't do anything last year, I think he had enough opportunity. And yeah, I didn't realize he was old too. He's 24, so that means he would have been 23 in his rookie year. That's not a good sign. Can we freak out? Can the people that think Jonathan Brooks is gonna die because he has ACL injury pop in this draft so I can get him? Because I might go nuts if he falls. Okay. He did not fall. What about Moss? What was Zach Moss? I actually have him ranked now, but he's ranked behind Pollard for me. Yeah, he's on the Bengals, so no stack play. Jalen Warren is a terrible pick in fantasy right now, by the way. I don't know why he would ever be going over Tony Pollard, Trey Benson, Javonte. It's just ridiculous. He's not going to be the running back 1. He's not that good. He's not like Tony Pollard and the Cowboys. He's not that talented, and the Steelers don't have a good offense. It's ridiculous. I need to write or make a Jalen Warren hate piece of content. So looks like Goddard is going to be the move. Yeah, we'll take Pollard and then grab Goddard for sure. Yeah, Warren over Pollard is absolutely diabolical. That's ridiculous. Let me pull up the contract right now. What is Jalen Warren getting paid? Is he still on his rookie deal? Because if it's so, he's a UDFA. Oh my god! Please don't piss me off, because this is about to make me so mad. Contracts aren't everything, but a lot of times NFL teams know what they're talking about. Contracts are important. Jalen Warren. Oh, okay. Let me make my pick. Okay, before I just freak out. Oh my god, I didn't realize on the clock. Okay, thank God Dallas Goedert made it. So actually went really well. I like how my tight end room too. I can stop at 2 with Kincaid and Goddard in the stack. Jalen Warren is making under $1 million, $989,000 this year, because he was a UDFA, correct? Or where was he drafted? I think he was a UDFA, right? Jalen Warren draft pick. He was literally an undrafted free agent. So I'm not saying, you kind of throw it out the window, but still, he's not that good. And now he's making a little more money because he's staying on the team. He's getting some money in incentives, but under $1 million compared to Pollard, who's getting what? His base salary? Oh, that's his cap hit. Okay, yeah, it's the same thing though. Or a little under. Base salary $985K. Tony Pollard is getting a base salary of $6.7 million this year with a $2 million signing bonus. So that means he's causing the team to take a $9.2 million cap hit. I mean, sometimes like it doesn't need to be rocket science. Like, let's just look at the logic. I mean, it's just such a I don't even know what else I can say. It's just such a ridiculous argument, to be honest. But yeah, Pollard's gonna finish as RB2, and that's what I need. Obviously on a hero RB team, I have my stud in Saquon, who I need to go off. And then we got Pollard, just giving me – he's not going to elevate my team, but he could a little bit. I think he could finish a little bit above, low-end RB2 numbers. But even if he is a low-end RB2, that's fine on this type of build. He's not going to be below an RB2 this year. I can promise you that. Now, kind of looking at these other running backs, maybe I don't hate Zeke here, honestly. Jerome Ford. I got a decent amount of Chubb early on. I kind of ranked him high because it almost seemed like he was coming back, but after hearing like he doesn't have an exact timeline, all that stuff, like I think there's a shot that he doesn't play for a bit. Yeah, it's just the same stuff, like rehab day by day, doesn't target return date. None of that is good news when I'm trying to get upside with Chubb. I think he does have upside, though. I don't think he's completely cooked to like a lot of people are saying he is, even though that is a fair argument. Like the man just exploded his knee. That really sucked, dude. He was on both of my main money fantasy football teams, and he is the sole reason why I lost one of my leagues. And the only reason I went crazy in my other money league was because that's where I got my Kyron Williams pickup and Puka pickup. So, I mean, it's kind of hard to lose when you grab both those guys. All right, let's go take a dive, though. Yeah, Chubb I have ranked highest, but I have him ranked way too high. Jalen Wright I like as a sleeper. Gus Edwards already ranked, so Chase Brown I think could be decent. Oh, Eckler's still on the board. Yeah, I definitely have Eckler ranked the highest. That would actually be really nice if he fell. Otherwise, what can we do? Shakir, honestly, is starting to become a decent pick. At this part, it's because I think it's kind of a teardrop after him. But yeah, I'm definitely going to grab a running back. Damn, Eckler goes. I will go Chubb because there's definitely a teardrop after Chubb. It goes all the way to Charbonnet, who has no shot of, coming back. Hopefully Chubb, he gives me something on the back half of the year. I need to make a plan B, though, because right now it's Jalen Hyatt. Who else would I be looking at? Jacoby Myers, Shakir. I have Shakir ranked pretty low. Need to definitely adjust that. Yeah, probably going to be. What about Downs? Doesn't matter, though. We are going to get Chubb, so that's really big for a 0 RB team or hero RB team. Now, what about Judy? Oh, I don't know what happened here. What is the verdict on Judy? I honestly don't hate him this year. So where do I have him ranked? 117. Okay, yeah, I have him as a pretty good pick. Yeah, I'm going to grab Jerry Judy here. It gives me my 6th receiver. So we're still leaning very heavily on the receivers compared to running backs, but I actually don't mind a running back room. We got wide receivers. We got Puka, Devonta Smith, Neighbors, Reed, Odunze, Jerry Judy. I actually really like this team a lot. This is one of my favorite teams. Shakir, fun fact, Shakir was the only wide receiver on the Bills roster who has caught a pass from Josh Allen. That is ridiculous. That is actually insane. Yeah, because, dude, they shipped out everyone. Diggs, Gabe Davis, and besides that, their roster was pretty trash already. And I know they just, brought a bunch of new, young guys, so that's pretty insane. I'm not going to lie. That's crazy, Jamie. That is crazy. Yeah. That the only play that's caught a pass, caught a touchdown, it would still be nuts, but, honestly, that happens. I like to think of another, when else has this ever happened? That honestly might be the first time in NFL history, to be honest. because that's an absurd stat. Here we're definitely gonna be targeting like Jalen Wright. Let me make sure I throw up Drew Lock in my queue as well. I'm looking for any like late stacks I can get for the Giants. The issue is they all suck. Oh, what about Wan'Dale Robinson? I like Wan'Dale Robinson. 192. Yep. Definitely gonna look at that as well. I don't have to reach on him, right? I hope not. He should be right there at ADP. Justin Store's on the roster still, but he didn't play a snap last year. Yeah, and considering he sucks, that is ridiculous. That's actually a crazy stat. Props to you for finding that out. Like, how does that even happen? That's ridiculous, man. Jeez. What's the Eagles roster looking like? Because they did grab what's his name? Johnny Wilson. Low key, maybe he might be a last round pick as well. But it seems like I got a lot of late round picks. So it looks like they're projecting AJ Brown, Devonta Smith, but who's giving the slot? That's the thing. It looks like they're projecting Paris Campbell on our lads, which is like the 2024 depth chart projector. Paris Campbell, 26-year-old. Okay, he's actually been. I know Paris Campbell has been like somewhat fantasy relevant before. Okay, he had 91 targets just a year ago. Hold on. Why was he so bad on the Giants? Do you have any insight on this, Dylan? Paris Campbell? Why was he so bad last year? He has decent pedigree as well. So, what went wrong? Now here we're probably gonna go unstacked. Xavier Leggett. Yeah, here we're gonna grab a few more guys. I'm gonna go Leggett or Burton. Like, here's the range where I just keep taking these rookie wide receivers and just add on to the fact that I already have like Odunze Neighbors. Let me see who I have like definitely highest though. It's probably like Leggett based on his opportunity. Yeah, Leggett. I think I might have Burton actually pretty high as well. And I have Leggett, then Burton, then Polk. I would like some more Polk, but I actually don't think I have too much Leggett in these tournaments. So let me double check. I might have one share max. I don't have any shares, so yeah, I wouldn't mind getting a Leggett pick here. And then I guess we'll go shoot. I guess we're gonna go 2 rookies probably, or Mooney unstacked. Because I guess it doesn't really matter. Mooney or Polk? Yeah, I go Polk, though. Honestly, yeah, I just throw the darts at the late round rookie receivers. He has a relationship with Sirianni. Eagles going to sign Renfro and Prang from time in Indy, too. Oh, yeah, that's true. Why was he so bad last year? Because he had 91 targets in 2022. Okay, let me double check this. We're going to get Polk first, just based on ADP. I only have 3 running backs, though. What about Ray Davis? Honestly, I might have to take him. Yeah, I'm going to take Polk because I think he's the pick here. It diversifies a little bit, but I might have to go Ray Davis if he falls. Ooh. Honestly, that probably was a blunder because I low-key need another running back in this tier. I only have 3 right now. I want to get to 5. Could go. I don't think I have any J.K. Dobbins though. I honestly might just fade that and just go J.K. Dobbins, but that would suck. I'm gonna go Ray though because Ray is definitely. I think you could have a standalone value. As the goal line back for the Bills. So, okay, we're gonna do that. That kind of sucks because I have Burton. I just don't have any Polk in these. And no stack potential anyway, so doesn't really matter. Just diversifying the portfolio at that point. Anyway, let's go back. Campbell only got about 2 targets a game last year. Yeah, that's what I was saying. He was so bad last year because in pulling up his Pro Football Reference, he had 91 targets in 2022, 27, but he played in 12 games. He just wasn't starting like at all on the but it's on the Giants too. Like then they suck. You also had less than 30% snap share because they had 4 of the receivers that play slot. I guess that's true because Downs played the slot. They look, you do have a lot of slot guys. But still, how do you go from 91 targets to 21, 27? I don't know. It's interesting. Like, I'm going to try and do some more research on him right now. Like, what has he been up to? What's the recent news around him? Paris came in the last week. Okay. He wants to be around greatness. Good to know. 2 veterans emerge. I assume that's talking about him. Okay, well, they add depth. That's not great. But he said part of the reason why he came here was because he worked with Sirianni. So, yeah, I don't know. I guess I wouldn't mind throwing a few darts at him, but I don't know how even guided that dart throw is. It might be off the rails, to be honest. All right, so here we're at like 189. So here's where I have to start making some picks. Actually, no, because we're still way ahead. Yeah, we could do that at like 218. We gotta pick what we want to do though. I'm probably just gonna go the Giants route and then just avoid Campbell because Locke and Hyde are both like basically last round darts, and that would make more sense for the Giants stack versus getting like Paris Campbell. When I already have like Devonta Smith, I don't know. Construction though, we have 2 quarterbacks. We're gonna have 3. Let's give me the build. 2 tight ends, yeah, we're gonna do that, and then we'll just go 1 more running back, and then load up on receivers. The other problem with Campbell is the Eagles don't target slot receivers much, and they drafted. Nice Smith too, who can take snaps. That's a good point. Honestly, I'd probably rather just take him. Yeah, honestly, I'd rather take a nice Smith because he's come out at A&M, I believe. He was honestly kind of a decently underrated prospect. But here we're gonna go JK. Definitely has probably the most upside here. I really hope he doesn't get taken. I doubt he will though. I'm trying to. But then after that, where do we go? Yeah, we're gonna get J.K. Dobbins. After that, where do we go? Honestly, I might just grab another unstacked Michael Wilson because I'm done at running back. I could go like Johnny Smith, Javon Baker. I could go Javon Baker and kind of get the correlation with the Patriots. Honestly, I would do that because I honestly think he has more upside than what's his name? Michael Wilson as well. I would take a shot on Fourney. I like Cowboys with the last pick up for Campbell. Yeah, honestly, that's a good point. Campbell, there's a whole lot of guys I would really take a shot on. Yeah, give me that as well. Give me that Javon Baker. Jalen McMillan is rising a little bit, which is kind of sucking because he's at like 220, but he's like a 17th round pick because normally it's like 18th rounds, right? Yeah, now he's becoming like a 17th round pick. Like I'm not able to get him in the 18th round every time. Obviously, it's still happening, but yeah, it's not as consistent. I actually like this team as well. We are gonna, yeah. I got a lot of work for the fantasy trading room today, so we are gonna do 1 draft today. But this has been a great stream. I really enjoy these super flex streams. I want to do 1 more. I normally do it like once a week. Like you guys have been seeing, I made a stream on like Thursday. I had to push it back 1 day to Friday, but it seemed like this worked pretty well for people. So Thursday did as well though. So we'll see. But yeah, this was a good stream today. We have like what? We have 2 more picks left? No, we have 3. Okay. So we're gonna grab Hyatt and Locke, and then we'll just figure out our last round pick. Probably gonna be, I don't even know. I mean, I could go like one of these guys. Wilson, Campbell, Nye Smith. I'd probably go Nye Smith, to be honest, out of the bunch. Good call, because I honestly forgot he existed. I guess it would make sense they projected lower on the. Yeah, they have him as slot receiver too. But yeah, as a rookie, that would make sense. He's going to have a role more so at the end of the year rather than early on. But I'm really liking this team. 8 receivers, so we are going to have 10. I think this is going to be a 3, 5, 10, 2. Decent. We get our first Jalen Hurts here, I believe. We've been getting really lucky in these super flex drafts, so that kind of makes up for the fact that we've been getting screwed at like pick 9 and all those 1 QB drafts that we were doing before. But this has been a good draft. I like this team. This is one of my favorite teams. I really like the teams I drafted in super flex. I think they are pretty talented. Like Jalen Tolbert just went at 210. Like, we're not. Why are we doing this again? I mean, I get it. Like, it's 18th round. Like, it doesn't matter. But Luke McCaffrey. Why don't we take a guy that could be the wide receiver too? Like, yeah, McCaffrey over behind Tolbert is just nuts. JT Sanders, dude, could be the tight end one on the Panthers. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get the Jalen Tolbert hype. The thing is, he's never been good. Like why? He's just a body, but they have other bodies. Why him? Why Tolbert? I don't know. Yeah, we're going to grab some Drew Lock here, and then we'll get high on the way back around. I'd rather take Drew Lock than unstacked Taysom Hill at this point. Especially when I already have a Taysom Hill. He is not a guy I want to be putting a lot of eggs in that basket. I feel like someone's going to take him, though. JT Sanders. These are actually a lot of guys that I liked, so like OBJ, JT Sanders, so it kind of sucks. We already got a plan with our stack, so all good. Yeah. Saquon, Pollard, Chubb, Ray Davis, J.K. Dobbins. Like these hero RB running back rooms I'm drafting are honestly pretty good. I'm liking it a lot. This is a whole lot of upside at receiver as well. Devonta Smith is a safer pick, especially with Hurts. So I think I feel a little bit better about going up Neighbors right there. Yeah, we're going to grab Jalen Hyatt. Oh, bumps down the depth chart. Well, that's not good. Oh, well. Nothing else we can really do at this point. Why would Hyatt be bumped down the depth chart? Let's look at 2024 Giants depth chart. He wasn't playing last year. How is he getting worse? Ooh, they have Slayton. Yeah, low-key. Slayton's not good. So if Hyatt is something, then he needs to be able to be out Slayton, but low-key might not be locked in as that slot, or I guess that'll be as the right receiver, so that would be what? Who's Neighbors going to be the X, so he'd be the Y. Yeah. And Slayton's a decent Y, so really interesting. Let's see. Our last pick between Aniyah Smith, Johnny Wilson, and Paris Campbell. I mean, let me know what you guys want me to do. 3, I mean, really. I know Dylan's probably back to work, but if he's here, you tell me who to take. I will take them because this is just a mess. I mean, same for you, Jamie. Anyone, like, they literally have the same ADP too. 240, 240, 239.9. Crazy. But Campbell, all right, we're going Campbell. Hopefully he can get back to those 90 targets that he got with the Colts. So, hey, and technically he has the highest ADP. So, I'm just saying. MVS on the Bills. That's actually a really good late round pick. Especially in, as a deep threat. That's something I probably should have taken a shot on, to be honest. That's tough. Because, he's signed with them. How much money did they give him? Because I know that the Chiefs definitely overpaid for him, but how much did the Bills give him? 1.25 mil. Okay. Nothing crazy. I mean, they gave him about a mil. Nothing very. Oh, he's 30? Jeez. I know he's old like that. Damn. It's looking kind of ridiculous. I thought MVS was so young. Let's see. So yeah, let's look over the team real quick. We are gonna be doing one draft today. Like I said, we're working on ramping up the content for y'all. So, but we on the fantasy trading room side of things. But yeah, I definitely want to do one more draft, Superflex. So let's see how full it is right now. Let's go back to the draft lobby. This was lasting decently long. Okay, it's only at 60, and it came out like 3 days ago. So let me see. I could try and live stream on like Monday. I think that's probably like optimal. Estimate, we already got our 5 RBs though. Slayton on the Giants. I mean, actually, if Slayton fell, but I don't really have. But I already do have Hyatt. I mean, actually, I would take Slayton over Campbell though if he did fall, 100%. Just because of his ADP and the fact that he's projected. Yeah, he's not gonna fall though. That sucks. Mike White. I'm assuming this guy has Tua. Yep. Okay, this dude won a similar strategy as me. 3 quarterbacks drafted all their backups. See, I don't know about that. I don't love that because 6 quarterbacks calling up your roster is kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie, but okay, we're on the clock. We are gonna take Paris Campbell, courtesy of Dylan. That's gonna be the team. One more pick left, so we'll just wait this out and go take a deep dive at it. But yeah, I really enjoyed this draft. This was super fun. I hope Underdog launches some more Superflex draft. I know like BDG did one last year, which was sick. That's one I did really well on. I drafted a lot of Puka in that one. So those are definitely some of my best teams. W Cambo. Oh, W team. I like the team. Let me get a refresh real quick. Pop it up. Yeah. So this is the team. Let me go on the draft board though. So we have a 3-5-10-2 build. So pretty standard. Again, I haven't done a running back heavy build yet. Honestly, I probably should do like one more. Yes. Okay. Yeah. We're gonna lock this in. We're gonna stream on Monday. We're gonna try and look at our running back heavy build, the 0 wide receiver team. Because the hero RB builds are really good this year, especially at this type of pick. It's just been very easy to do. But yeah, we're gonna go. So we have Hurts, Daniel Jones, Drew Lock. We're not gonna draft Hurts. We're not gonna draft Pickett, but a little bit of security for Daniel Jones, mainly because not only for injury, but straight up Drew Lock could win the job outright. So especially in like the last rounds, I don't mind that. But overall, decent quarterback room. I think Hurts probably is gonna be he's gonna be a top 2 quarterback. Might be the quarterback 1 overall. I have Allen at 1, but he has shot to be. He has shot to be for sure. Daniel Jones, I don't see him being worse than quarterback 2. Has enough upside due to his legs, so solid there. Then we got Saquon paired with Hurts. Should hopefully get those touchdowns on the ground, assuming the Eagles improve and score a lot of points. Then we got Pollard, a great pick. Chubb, late season upside. Probably not going to play early on. Ray Davis should have a week-to-week role. Should have the goal line work for the Bills. And J.K. Dobbins is just a pure upside pick. Hopefully we land gold with that. He breaks out. Or if not, at least he gets a role with the Chargers, who are going to be super run heavy. Going to utilize a lot of backs. Then we go Puka. Love that pick. Devonta Smith. Kind of a safer pick, more so, especially on this type of roster because we have Jalen Hurts. So good correlation stack there. Then we go a little more upside in Malik Neighbors, but I think he is still being underrated. I would not be surprised if he gets over 150 targets this year. They have no one. Honestly, I've seen him projected out at like 130, and that's not even ridiculous. at all. I think we got Jaden Reed. I'm a little scared of the Packers receiver room, but we get great value on him. We get him like 12 picks best ADP. And right now, what he's shown, he should be the Packers receiver 1. Odunze, end of season upside. I love that, especially when I'm picking at like pick 100 basically. Here, Judy got the contract. I think he's being undervalued as well. Polk, probably the Patriots receiver 1. Then we got Baker as well, who has upside, kind of that Pats correlation. Hyatt to stack with Daniel Jones as a deep threat. Hopefully he gets on the field more. Paris Campbell to stack with Hurts as hopefully their slot. Then we go Kincaid and Goddard. Goddard, nice little stack with Hurts. And Kincaid just straight up probably has top 3 tight end upside. Will definitely be a top 5 guy this year with Josh Allen having no one to throw to. But yeah, that's going to wrap things up. This is a super fun stream. I really like these super flex drafts. So this is a blast. I hope Underdog does some more. But yeah, like I said, I'm trying to lock in one additional one next week before these go off, because I believe I only had this one and the BDGE one. But that's like a special one, so it's probably not going to be back. But we'll see. Thank you for coming out, Jamie. As always, appreciate you, man. Appreciate the insightful facts about the Bills, especially. I learned a lot today, honestly, with that extra research, and about just players in general. Appreciate Dylan always coming out, Nody Gang, and to everyone else. We had a decent number of viewers in the live stream as well. I think we had like 8 for a lot of the streams, so keep that in mind. Thursday and Fridays are a good day. Great team. Yeah, I really like this team a lot. This is one of my favorite teams. I don't want to toot my own horn, but I think Superflex drafts is probably my strong suit. So I definitely got to take advantage of that. So that's why I do the Dynasty content, man, because having only Superflex basically is just so helpful. But yeah, really like this team. It came out very nice, especially with the Eagles stacks and late round Giant stacks, which is always kind of tough to gauge in these type of rooms where quarterbacks can be pushed up the board and things can go haywire at a split second. But overall, yeah, I really like the team. So appreciate you for coming out again. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. Again, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. We are also I talked about this before, but we are in partnership with Fantasy Trading Room. So if you want to check that out, I'll drop the link in the chat. This is the Fantasy Trading Room podcast. I know you've heard me say it a lot, or Fantasy Trading Room show. It's kind of just like the diversifying the difference between my content and then Anthony, Pete, all their stuff, because they're obviously, they do theirs like a 4-man team. Mine's more solo. Super fun, though. So go check out that website. It's a good partnership between us. We do a lot of great content, articles, and we are, obviously we have the YouTube hosted here. It's like a partnership type affiliate with Face Off because I've been working with them personally for so long. And it's just a great time. But that's what I'm working on right now. But again, yeah, thanks for coming out. Don't want to draw this on too long. Have a great day, everyone. And I'll see you guys in a live stream, hopefully on Monday or early on next week. And then at the end of the week, as always.